Yeah, so we did our physical test, and like as expected, some of the younger guys, Lenny and I, we were the only ones that were able to complete it. And afterwards, they called out the people who have completed it to step outside so that they could be spoken to, while the rest of the group was going to do something else. And in that moment, like having them, everyone else applaud for me, it didn't feel right. Like I wanted to be in there with them, but my selfish like desires kind of set in, and James lured us in by saying that we could go grab our stuff and come up to the cottage and settle in a little. And Lenny hinted to me that like it was a trick, which I didn't even think about at first, which shows a lot. But he hinted to me that it was a trick, so we told James that we would just run up here, drop our stuff, and then go back down and help them to be with them. But we dropped our stuff, and as soon as we got outside, Instructor Hal and Instructor James both yelled at us, told us how selfish we were for leaving our group by themselves, and that they needed us more than ever since we were the ones that were a little bit more capable physically. So he made us drop down, do a ton of stuff, run around, basically put us through a second version of what we did before, and then go inside and still be those leaders. And it was a call to action to, one, be less selfish, and two, since we were more physically capable, to be those leaders in that way for those who weren't. So definitely learned a lot out of that. I think as far as the team setting, it's important that like once you get that taste and once you get that little step ahead, to not let that affect your ego and put you on a pedestal of any kind, and ensure that you're only as good as the weakest link on your team, and that staying together is just as important as however far you can go ahead of them.